Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines to start out your week. We've got details on the death of a local teenager, plus the introduction of a new canine in Nicholasville, and a boat crash over the weekend sends 3 to the hospital. We've got the details on those stories, plus a look at the weather with Susie, and of course we've got your sports report today with Michael Watkins. All those plus more, including this big story of the day. A 14-year-old Madison County boy has died following what officials say was an accidental gunshot. The incident took place on Friday afternoon at an Estill County residence. Coroner Jimmy Wise was called to the scene Friday just before 2 p.m. That's where 14-year-old Jet Ballard of Berea was discovered deceased. Sources tell WBON TV9 that Ballard was visiting friends at the Clark Road residence. The children were reportedly inside the home with a firearm when Ballard was accidentally shot. Ballard was pronounced dead on the scene by Coroner Wise. His body has been sent to Frankfort to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Ballard was an incoming freshman at Madison Southern High School and a promising football athlete. The Kentucky Middle School Football Association released the following statement regarding his passing. We'd like to take this time to send our prayers and deep condolences to the Ballard family, Fairstown Middle Football Program, the Madison Southern High School Football Program, and head coach KYMSFA board member Mark Payne on the tragic loss of Jet Ballard. Jet was a 2-year All-Star Classic player, and he played in the Region 3 Battle of the Region teams during his middle school career. Fellow students, teachers, friends, and Southern's football boosters have established a GoFundMe page to help the family with related expenses. You can find that link on the story up now at WBONTV.com. Well, the Kentucky General Assembly passed more than 200 bills during the 60-day session, with most going into effect today. The Kentucky Constitution specifies that new laws take effect 90 days after the adjournment of the legislature unless they have special effective dates, are general appropriation measures, or include emergency clauses that make them effective immediately. Upon becoming law, the General Assembly adjourned 2024 session on April the 15th, making July 15th the effective date for most bills. With a look at some of the bills that are now in effect, here's WBON TV correspondent Keith West.
New state laws are now in effect in Kentucky, including key measures on crime, autonomous vehicles, maternal health, and child protection. The Kentucky Constitution specifies that new laws take effect 90 days after the adjournment of the legislature unless they have special effective dates. Some of the measures now in effect include House Bill 258, which seeks to strengthen state laws against torturing a dog or cat. That includes stiffer penalties for first-time offenders who could face a Class D felony rather than a misdemeanor charge under the bill. House Bill 7 creates a legal framework in state statute for operating autonomous vehicles in Kentucky. The bill now takes effect, except for one section relating to platoons of vehicles, which does not take effect until August of 2026. House Bill 278 will ramp up the criminal penalties for offenders who sexually abuse, assault, or exploit children. The bill will also seek to prevent people convicted of sex crimes or violent felonies from working in public schools. Another provision in the final bill will require age verification to access adult websites. Senate Bill 74 aims to support maternal and infant health and reduce high mortality rates for mothers in Kentucky. Several sections of the bill are now in effect, including one that will provide more information about breastfeeding and safe sleep to at-risk parents. Other sections will establish a state maternal fatality review team and require state Medicaid services to cover lactation consulting, breastfeeding equipment, and in-home and telehealth services. The bill also calls on state health officials to compile an annual report about the number and types of delivery procedures performed at each hospital. House Bill 386 eases purchase limits on pseudoephedrine to help people with chronic allergies legally obtain enough of the medication to meet their medical needs. House Bill 5 aims to crack down on repeat violent offenders. It will also allow prosecutors to file a manslaughter charge against anyone who sells and distributes fentanyl that causes a fatal overdose. Other provisions seek to curb unlawful street camping and sets limits on charitable bail organizations. Senate Bill 2 seeks to enhance school safety by allowing some veterans and former police officers to serve as school guardians. It also calls on school districts to assemble trauma-informed teams to improve mental health interventions. And House Bill 142 will ban all tobacco, alternative nicotine, and vapor products in Kentucky public schools. It will also require school districts to adopt disciplinary procedures for students who violate the bans. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for that story. Well, on to a happier story. Welcome, Zorro. The new Nicholasville Police Department has a fantastic new member on their team, Zorro, a German Shepherd Malinois canine. This highly trained pup is only 20 months old, but has already been providing a valuable asset alongside Service Deputy Stevens. Zorro is a dual-purpose canine, which means he has a wide range of skills. He can sniff out narcotics like methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine, aiding officers in investigation. Zorro's talents extend beyond narcotics. He can also be deployed to help locate missing people, whether they're lost, hidden, or just simply difficult to find. He can also is trained to assist in apprehension and drug during patrol duties. Zorro's impressive skills were recently on display during a Nicholasville Police Department investigation. He played a key role in the seizure of a large amount of money in narcotics. With his talent and training, Zorro seems destined for a successful career in law enforcement. Well, over the weekend, 3 people were hospitalized after a boat crash on Lake Cumberland Saturday at night. According to Russell County Search and Rescue, their team responded to the incident around 9 p.m. alongside other agencies. The collision caused 3 people, all wearing life jackets, to be thrown into the water. 1 person suffered injuries and required extraction from the water. 4 rescue divers worked together to place that patient on a spine board. 2 other patients were transported by boat to Halcomb's Landing. 1 was airlifted to a level 1 trauma center, while the other was taken to a nearby hospital. Search and rescue officials say another helicopter also landed at Jamestown Marina to transport a patient. That's an ongoing investigation on that crash. Well, children at the YMCA got a cool down from the extremely hot temperatures outside that we've been experiencing. Members of the Madison County Fire Department gave the kids a good spraying over the weekend. As you can see, it was a welcomed relief from the heat. Looks like the heat may stick around, however. Of course, we're going to have a complete forecast that is coming up right here next, live at 5 with Susie Martin.
Hey y'all, it's Josh
and Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
You know, those giant law firms love to brag about how many billions they've won. But what's important to us is winning the support of our Kentucky community and fighting for justice for our clients.
We are grateful you voted us Best Law Firm in the 2024 Smiley Pete Best of Lexington contest. At Hicks & Funson, you're more than a dollar sign and more than just a number.
So if you've been injured and you prefer local instead of large, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Flow!
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Well, welcome back to Live at 5 Men. It is hot out there today. We've got Susie Martin in the Weather Center. Going to get an idea of how long it's going to stay hot with this forecast.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. Happy Monday, everyone. It is a hot one. Dangerous heat continues to impact much of the Commonwealth. And we've got heat indices up to 101 degrees in the forecast for tomorrow as well. There is a pattern shift, though. And by Wednesday, we'll be tracking thunderstorms, which will mark the beginning of a shift in the pattern as we see the heat wave breaking. Now, as we look into tonight, we still stay incredibly warm for this evening, 90 degrees still at 8 o'clock. And then overnight, looking at very quiet weather, though. We'll see clear skies, lows in the 70s. 95 for tomorrow. That's the forecast, 5 degrees away from the record of 100 set back in 1980. We really don't have much in the way of precipitation in the forecast for tomorrow. Sunshine is looking to dominate as we look at our future radar. We see a couple of blips here and there with a very isolated shower potential, but more so as we look towards our Tuesday evening into Wednesdays when we see that next frontal boundary tracking through. And those are storms that will accompany, again, a significant change with a cold front sinking in. This is Wednesday's setup. We've got this area of low pressure and frontal boundary tracking in closer to the Ohio Valley. A warm spell out ahead of this, but then following that will be cooler air, which will rush in behind it. And that's what's going to be setting us back towards more seasonable temperatures for the second half of the week. Now, tonight we can expect lows to bottom out in the 70s with mostly clear conditions across the region. And then for tomorrow, we will be looking at high temperatures in the mid-90s yet again, even a few of us reaching as high as 96. Irvin, for example. We've got storms that will be more likely as we look towards the afternoon, but mainly isolated. Really, sunshine's looking to be the more dominant feature with feels like temperatures, again, up to around 101. That peak heat will be felt really mainly between the 1 and 3 o'clock hour, but just be mindful of that. It is going to be very hot and sticky. Big changes ahead, though. Highs in the 70s by Thursday. We'll be back to sunshine by Friday. Back to you.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, in Berea, the family of 67-year-old William Brown Jr., killed June 27th, is asking for the public's help. According to the family, Brown was biking near North Broadway in Berea and had stopped on the street to fix the chain on his bike when something happened, leaving Brown with a broken hip, broken ribs, blunt force trauma to the head, and other injuries. The victim's brother, Jerry Brown, says they believe it was a hit and run and is asking for anyone with information to come forward. Berea police could not confirm that Brown's death was caused by the hit and run. However, they do say the situation is still under investigation. Well, a traffic stop in Corbin has led to a drug arrest. During a routine patrol earlier today, K-9 Patrolman Bentley Patrick and Patrolman Dorman Patrick observed traffic violations committed by a vehicle in North Corbin. They initiated a traffic stop to investigate the offenses. Further investigations led to the discovery of a suspected methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia within the vehicle. Additionally, officers found suspected controlled pills on that driver. As a result, Denny Taylor, a 45-year-old resident of Manchester, was arrested. He faces charges related to the initial traffic violations, possession of drug paraphernalia, trafficking in methamphetamine, a controlled substance in the first degree, and possession of a controlled substance in the third degree. Well, last week, police arrested a man who attempted to steal from the Richmond Walmart on Wednesday around 8:54 p.m. Police were dispatched to the Walmart in response to a shoplifting complaint. One of the loss prevention employees at the store informed police that he saw the man, Austin Wells, hide 3 chocolate bars and a watch on his person and tried to leave the store, bypassing all points of sale. When the employee attempted to prevent Wells from leaving the store, Wells reportedly ran back inside and tried to leave another exit. A store security guard saw Wells running from the employee and tried to get between Wells and the door. Wells ran around the guard, shoving him in the shoulder, and while doing so, Wells was reported later found on foot a short way from the store. He admitted to police to stealing the bars and watch, which were reportedly worth about $48, but said the shoving the guard was an accident. He claimed that he only ran because one of the employees touched him inappropriately. Security footage reportedly showed that none of the employees touched him. Wells was arrested and charged with second-degree burglary and lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, a fire ripped through an apartment on Fort Harrods Drive in Lexington Sunday, claiming 1 life. Lexington Fire Department officials responded to the blaze at 4:30 after a neighbor alerted them to a burning smell. Upon arrival, the fire was upgraded to a working structure fire, indicating serious situation. Firefighters extinguished the flames concentrated in the kitchen area. However, during a search of the unit, they discovered a deceased female victim in the bathroom. The Lexington Fire Department has not yet released the identity of the victim. Fire investigators are working to determine the cause and origin of the fire. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We have lots more news coming up and Sports with Michael Watkins. That's next.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
When the possibility for severe weather is a threat, it pays to have an expert on your side. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration want you to know that your home is their top priority. When the storms have left you with more questions than answers, Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is there to walk you through the process and offer free roof inspections and estimates. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, commercial and residential. Trust Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook to learn more.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
CT Diesel Performance is now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive off Duncannon Lane in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have moved to help better serve their customers to a bigger and better location and are here to still offer you the best in getting your vehicle to its peak performance. At CT Diesel Performance, they service all your automotive needs. No job is too big or too small. Like CT Diesel Performance on Facebook to learn more about CT Diesel Performance. Now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive in Richmond.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5. While renovations are still underway at Alumni Coliseum, EKU basketball still has to move forward with the 24-25 basketball season. Late Friday, the team released their conference schedule, and with a look at that and more from the local sports world, WBON TV sports anchor Michael Watkin drops in with this report.
That's right, Grin. Michael Watkins back here with you at the sports desk and excited to talk about basketball. Over the weekend, EKU's men's basketball team announced that they will play 18 Atlantic Sun Conference games during the 2024-25 season, and the hope is that the new remodel of Alumni Coliseum will be done in time for conference play, allowing the team to play their conference home games in AC. EKU won the 2023-24 Atlantic Sun Conference regular season championship, the program's first regular season conference title in 45 years. Season ticket renewals and all season ticket information will be announced in the coming weeks, but the team will begin defense of their crown on January 2nd at Central Arkansas. The conference schedule opening road trip will continue at North Alabama on January 4th, and EKU's first ASUN home games are set for January 9th against North Florida and January 11th against Jacksonville. A road trip to a familiar foe in Clarksville, Tennessee to play at Austin Peay awaits on January 16th, and the first of two meetings with in-state rival Bellarmine is scheduled for January 18th in Richmond. Home games against Stetson and Florida Gulf Coast are slated for January 23rd and January 25th, and EKU will play at Lipscomb on January 30th before starting the final month of the regular season at home against Austin Peay on February 1st. The second meetings with Florida Gulf Coast and Stetson will take place in the Sunshine State on February 6th and February 8th, and ASUN newcomer West Georgia will make its first trip to Richmond on February 13th, while Queens is set to visit on February 15th and Valentine's Day sandwiched in between. A third straight home game will come against Lipscomb on February 18th, and the Colonels will conclude the regular season with three straight road contests starting February 20th at Bellarmine, and the EKU basketball team will make a second trip to Florida on February 24th and February 26th to play at Jacksonville and North Florida. The annual ASUN tournament will take place in early March on March 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and the championship on March 9th at campus sites. Speaking of EKU hoops, the A.W. Hamilton 2024 Dream Big Elite Camp is set for Friday, August 2nd from 5 to 9 p.m. at EKU's Olympic Sports and Training Center here in Richmond. The Elite Camp offers a great opportunity to compete against other elite talent. The camp is open to all boys who are entering grades 9 through 12 and 2024 high school graduates. The camp is designed for players who are interested in developing basketball skills to play at the collegiate level. Hamilton's Elite Camp will include competitive full-court 5-on-5, 3-on-3, half-court play, and drills that the Colonels use in practice. Last Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Hamilton joined us and spoke a little bit about the upcoming camps.
We got one next week in Georgetown, but then we'll be back in Richmond at the end of the month. Yeah.
And Chelsea's having a camp. Is she having one more camp too?
I think she.
Hers just wrap up. I know.
She's got camp going on right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. In Richmond.
Yeah. So it's very busy. And
you've had one here. You can go to Georgetown, then you can come back.
Yeah.
So
and now give the website. Give the website again too, so they can go on there and get the information for the camp.
DreamBigCamps.com.
Okay. There you go, folks.
Most exciting
most exciting
Basketball
week
camp.
and the most exciting camp in the country.
There you go.
See, there you go.
Yeah, and you got the alarm clock, and it's pretty cool the way you brand your camps, and we've been down there to some of them, and just the
Most exciting pizza
excitement
guy.
and everything else that goes along with them. It's just a lot of
Hey,
fun.
you're on it. I like it. Yeah.
You need to go to
I
camp,
forgot about
Samantha.
that. Most exciting pizza guy, and he comes in there. Oh,
No, we
pizza.
have our own pizza man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen, he's
In
the
his
most,
costume.
I used to be the most popular camp coach until the pizza man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
You've been replaced.
I've
You're like
been
the pizza
replaced.
man's here, and then
and the kids go crazy.
Food. It's all
Better than
about
that
the
last year.
food.
Now, the Elite Camp cost is $125, and registration will begin at 4 p.m. For more information about this camp and the other camps taking place to close out the month, visit dreambigcamps.com or contact Isaiah Minter at 859-582-9593. Speaking of the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, on tonight's show, Samantha Burford and I will continue our series with EKU football as Jaheim Ward, Jordan Thomas, and Jonathan Duff join us. Plus, we'll look at more from the local sports landscape coming up tonight at 6 on WBON TV. For sports, back with you again, folks. I'm Michael Watkins. Grin, let's send it back over to you.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, The Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4, that's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBONTV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBONTV.com.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Watch The Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as The Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO. Welcome back to Live at 5. A quick transportation note to tell you about. The KYTC is advising motorists of a scheduled repair operation for Madison County. Lane closures will be necessary for laying asphalt for the EKU bypass 876, and law enforcement will be assisting with the traffic control. This is near the exit 87 overpass. It's going to be effective tomorrow 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. That is going to be located between mile point 7.6 and 7.21 at the exit 80 overpass. And lane closures will be in effect during the hours of repair operations. You should, of course, expect delays in that area. Try to make your way around that if you can. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon and evening. Stay cool. We'll see you tomorrow, Live at 5.